Welcome back to Noob 404, the place where the noob becomes the expert. So recently I've been making a few videos about running Linux on your PS4 and the video especially about like fixing the black screen issue on Linux and stuff. In the last video I made about PS4 Linux, I showed you guys how you could fix the black screen issue, right? So the black screen issue was not found on every console, mostly the PS4 Slim owners were the affected ones, right? At last, with the fix that you saw in the video, you have been able to run Linux on your PS4 without any problems, even the Slim owners too. So I was able to run Gentoo on my PS4 without any problems after fixing the black screen. But then came another problem. See, the PS4 Slim has two USB ports. The USB drive that has Linux on it goes into one drive and the other holds a USB hub to which I connect my keyboard and mouse. Here comes the problem. I've got these heavy games on another external hard drive, and the problem is that I'm not able to transfer these files onto the PS4 Linux drive. The problem lies in the fact that the USB hub I connect to is not able to detect the hard drive at all. This, I believe, is a limitation of the PS4's USB port, which is not able to hold more than a mouse and a keyboard with a USB hub. Anything else that you connect apart from it is not detected, because probably the power is not coming through or stuff, I don't know. This is not going to be a problem for most of you who have very fast internet connections. You could just download the files you need, however heavy they are, directly on your PS4 running the Linux version. What about those who don't have access to a fast internet connection but already have downloaded these games on their external hard drive from somewhere else? So how do they get these games, or for that matter any other file, from the external hard drive, another external hard drive, to the PS4 Linux drive, right? That's where the problem comes. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how you could access your PS4 Linux drive on your Windows machine so that you could move your files, your games and your update files and stuff like that directly onto the PS4 Linux drive and access it on your PS4 whenever you connect to it. Alright, so you might be thinking, why can't I directly access it like any other drive? The fact is, you can't until or unless you are already running Linux on your computer, because the PlayStation 4 Linux drive uses a kind of partition that is native to Linux and isn't recognized by Windows. I'm gonna prove it to you that this drive won't be recognized on a Windows machine. Currently I'm running a Windows machine and I'm just gonna connect this drive to my Windows machine to see what happens. Alright, here it is connected. Whoa, I'm just kidding. That's not what happens when you connect your PS4 Linux drive to a computer, or for that matter the Windows machine. Actually it does connect, and the problem is that only the drive, the smaller drive, which is like 100 or 200 MB in the case of Gentoo Linux, is accessible, while the other drive, which has a higher size where we could actually load our files, isn't accessible on Windows. So I'm gonna show you how you could access these files right while staying on Windows. Now there are multiple ways to access this PlayStation drive directly on your Windows machine, but I'm gonna show you one of these which I believe could be easily followed. I don't guarantee that this is the easiest way, but in the long run this could become convenient for most of you. Before I begin the video, I'd like to tell you that if you already run Linux on your computer, you don't have to go through all of these steps. Just connect your PS4 Linux drive directly to a computer and it will appear like any other drive on your Linux computer. For those of you who are running Windows currently, this is how you could access your PS4 Linux drive. Alright, keep watching. I've already left a few links in the description. Please go to them and download them as I do. I'm going to show you what to download. The first page leads you to VirtualBox. Go to the page and click on this link, Windows Hosts. Alright, so as soon as you click on it, it will download a file. Now go down and under VirtualBox 6.1.8 Oracle VM VirtualBox extension pack, there'll be all supported platforms. Click on it and it will also download a file. Download that. Now go to the second link in the description, which will take you to Lubuntu's download page. Alright, I'm going to be downloading Lubuntu 18.04 Bionic Beaver. Be warned that there are newer versions, and if you have a fast computer, please do download the latest version. But for this tutorial I'm going to be downloading the earlier version of Lubuntu because I'm running it on a slower computer, and if you are also planning to run it on a slower computer, make sure that you download an earlier version, preferably 18.04. okay. For my purpose, I'm going to be downloading the Lubuntu AMD 64 version. This is the 64-bit version, while this is the 32-bit. I would suggest you to download this particular version, but if you want, you can also try this one. Alright, now click on this and the download will start. If you already know how to install Lubuntu or any OS on VirtualBox, I would suggest you skip to the part given in the description. If you don't know, keep following. The first step is going to be installing VirtualBox. So once VirtualBox is installed, let's go to the next step, that is double click on this ext pack file. Alright, so this will automatically open up the VirtualBox and it will give this window. Click on install it and scroll down and then click on I agree. Alright, yes, done. So for the next step, click on new and choose any name you like. I'm going to choose Lubuntu, and make sure that this is, says Linux and the version says Ubuntu 64-bit. Make sure that is the setting right now and click on next. This is the part where you set the amount of RAM you want the system to use. I'm gonna go for 2000 MB. You can choose any amount of RAM which your system allows you to. Alright, and then click on next and then create, and next I'm gonna choose fixed size, doesn't matter anyways, and then I'm gonna go and click create. Alright, this is gonna take some time. If you do have an SSD, this will take much lesser time. And so the basic setup is done. Now let's move on to the next part. Go and click on display and make sure that the video memory is set at 128 MB, that is the maximum, and click on OK. Now scroll down and click on storage right here, and then go click under controller IDE. You'll see empty, click on it empty, and then click here and then choose a disk file. Now on your desktop you already have your ISO, just click on it, Lubuntu ISO, click on it and then click OK again. Alright, so we are almost set to start the installation now. Just click on start. So this will be the opening window. I'm gonna zoom in for a better view. This will be your language selection window, and use your arrow keys and go and choose English and press enter. Now make sure that you have highlighted install Lubuntu and again press enter, and it's going to ask to choose a language. Again it's the same, English, and choose your country, territory or whatever, and then it's going to ask detect keyboard layout. Make sure that you press on no and press enter, and then it's going to ask you to set your keyboard. Mine is English US, so I'm going to go with that, and then again English US, press enter. Now it has started the installation process. It's gonna ask for a few more things and then it'll take some time, at least half an hour I guess, and depends on the RAM you have allocated to it. Alright, it asks you for a host name. Press on backspace and choose any name you like and press enter. Alright, now it's gonna ask for the full name for the new user. Again press anything. I'm gonna choose Noob404 and then press enter. Username for your account remains the same and press enter. Choose any password. Alright, and press enter. It's gonna ask you to verify it again, to type the same password, and it's gonna ask, do you want to use a weak password? I'm gonna select yes, and now it's gonna ask for your time zone, doesn't matter what you choose, and now it's gonna ask for the partitioning method. I'm gonna use the first one, that is guided use entire disk. Press enter. Now it's gonna ask you to choose a disk which you want to partition or on which you want to install. Make sure that it is the 10.7 GB 80A VBox hard disk. Alright, and then press enter, and then write the changes to the disks. Yeah, go to yes and press enter. In between it might ask for an HTTP proxy and stuff. Just press on continue, doesn't matter. We have almost reached the end of the installation process. Now on this step, when you reach this step, press on yes. On this step 2, again press enter. Now it's going to say installation is complete, and it's gonna ask you to press on continue. Do press that, enter. And as you can see, I'm on my login page, and sign in with the password you had already set during the installation process, and press enter. Now it's all set up, and it's gonna take some time to load for the first time. So we are already in the UI right now, and from now on please do the steps exactly as I do. Alright, so the first thing you're gonna do is go to devices above here and click on insert guest additions CD image. Alright, so yeah, it has already been inserted, and it asks if you want to open it in the file manager. Click on OK. Now what you're gonna do is click here, then copy all that text in there, and now minimize it, and then go to the start menu here. Now under system tools you'll see LX terminal, open it up. Now what you have to do is type this command exactly as I do. I'll also leave them in the description so that it is easy for you to copy them. Alright, so the command is sudo and then give a space and then right click here and then paste and then give a slash. Then what you have to do is type this exactly as I do: capital V, capital B, small o, small x, and at the same time capital L, INUX, all in small, and then capital A, DDITIONS, VirtualBox Linux additions .RUN. Alright, and then press enter. So it's gonna ask for your password. This is the same password that you had already set, so enter that and press enter. Alright, so it's gonna take some time here. So once it's done, you'll see this piece of code again. So now what you have to do is shut down the system. Alright, once the VM has shut down, you'll be sent back to the VirtualBox window. Now go to USB. Alright, once you have clicked on it, connect your PS4 Linux drive to your computer via the USB port, and if you're using a USB 3.0 compatible hard drive, make sure that you click on USB 3.0 here, and also make sure that you have already connected it to a USB 3.0 port on your system. Alright, once that is done, click here and then find your device among these. It should be one of these. Intel Corp, Sun Plus Innovation Technology, and generic USB can be seen here by default, so it's not those. In my case, this is the one. Alright, so I'm gonna click on it, and as you can see, it has been added here and this tick is on here. So once you have made sure of that, press on OK. And now what you have to do is you have to go to your desktop again, or for the matter any other folder on your computer, and create a new folder here. Alright, I'm gonna create a folder, share. So this will be the folder by which the Linux running on the VirtualBox will connect to your computer. Alright, for example, let's say this is the file I want to add. This is a PS3 update file. This is the file that I want to add to my PS4 Linux drive. What I'll do is I'll just copy it here right into the share folder and then paste it here. Now what you have to do is go back to the VirtualBox window, and then under shared folders, press on it, click on shared folders, and then press on the small little thing with the add button on it, add icon on it, and then under folder path, click here and then choose other. Now go to your desktop or wherever you have the share folder, click on it and then click select folder, and right here make sure that auto mount is on. Alright, and then press OK, and then again OK, and since all that is set, just click on start. And it's gonna throw up some errors. Please don't mind them, just press OK. So the first thing you're gonna note on my desktop right here is this folder or the drive called Gentoo. Alright, so I'm gonna click on it to show you, and this is the folder we have been trying to access. Alright, so I'm gonna close it, and I'm also gonna show you the second folder which already had the BZ image and init RAM stuff. So that was already, this one was already accessible on Windows, this one was not, and this is the bigger partition which needs to be accessed if we want to move our bigger files. Alright, now go to start, and under system tools select LX terminal and do exactly as I do. Alright, type sudo mkdir /media sf underscore share. Now mind this, after the sf underscore, whatever you type should be the same name as the folder that you have on your desktop right now. Alright, then press enter. So it's gonna ask for your password, enter it and press again enter. Now you're gonna type this, alright, sudo mount space a hyphen and then t space vbox sf space share. Now these errors are gonna throw up, please don't mind them, just click continue and go on. And then again this share is in same name as the folder we have created, alright, then space slash media slash sf underscore share, again the same name. Alright, now I'm gonna press enter. A quick note here guys, the last piece of code that you just entered, you'll have to keep it handy, because each time you restart you'll have to enter this code so that the sf share folder appears on your screen. Okay, if you don't want this hassle, there are ways out of it. Alright, I've already made a video about it and I'll leave a link in the description, so that will help you make the folder auto mount each time you restart your system so that it stays permanently. Alright, so moving on, the folder has already appeared here. Okay, I'm gonna double click on it and as you can see it shows the PS3 updat file that I already added to it. Okay, now what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to copy this PS3 updat file. We're gonna use the terminal to move our files. Alright, this is gonna be frustrating for most of you, but believe me, this is fun. Alright, after making sure that I'm already on my Gentoo drive right here, I'm gonna go to my tools and press on open current folder in terminal, and the first thing I'm gonna do is type sudo mkdir and then a space again and then name it anything you want. This will be your folder. I'm gonna name it noob404 and then press enter. It's gonna ask for password, type it and then again press enter. Now if you were to look in the folder, you'll find that it has created your folder here, right here. Alright, now to begin copying the file from the sf share folder, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the noob404 folder and then press on tools, open current folder in terminal, and then I'm gonna go to my sf share folder and copy everything that is in the address bar, that is /media /sf share. Go back to the terminal and then type sudo space cp space right click right here and then paste and then a slash and the name of the file that you want to copy. In my case that is ps3 updat.pup. Make sure that it's case sensitive, so make sure that you have typed it properly and then press space and then a dot and then enter. Type your password and then press enter. Alright, so and it's gonna come back to this again, so that means it has successfully transferred it. Let's check. I'm gonna go into Gentoo and noob404 and as you can see the file has been copied right here. Now what you have to do is just take this hard drive out of your computer, connect it to your PS4 and under Linux go to your Gentoo drive and under noob404 you will find this folder. Alright, before I conclude the video, I would like to give you a tip about copying multiple files. Right now I just copied a single file and it's pretty easy to copy a single file via terminal command, but what if you were copying multiple files? Then what you have to do is go into your sf share folder, right click here and then create a new folder. Let's name it COLL, short for collection, and then press OK. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this ps3 updat.pup into my collection folder. I'm just assuming that there's a single file, but let's say you have hundreds of files right here. What you have to do is copy all of them into the collection folder. Now go back to your terminal. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna type that again, that is sudo cp /media sf underscore share. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the ps3 updat.pup to the folder's name, that is COLL, and we're gonna go to cp and then we're gonna provide a space and then a hyphen and then r and then space again. Now press enter and it has copied it. Now I'm gonna go and check under Gentoo noob404. As you can see, the collection folder with the ps3 updat.pup is right here. Now I understand that most of you are probably pissed off and frustrated right now. I mean, it's a pretty tough thing to do with the terminal and stuff, I understand that, but as I said, this is only one of the ways how you can copy the files directly to your PS4 Linux folder via a machine, a computer or a Windows machine. And I'll be coming up with more tutorials showing you easier ways to do it, so stay tuned and subscribe to the channel, and do click on that like button if you liked the video and if I was able to help you, and also make sure that you click on that bell button, because the next time I come up with an easier method to do all of this stuff, I'll make a video about it, so you'll be the first to know if you click on that button. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.